Hello and welcome back to the Salmon FM with me, Mitchell, and this is The Unexpected Journey. Just a quick recap on episode 1. We took over at Kidderminster Harriers and we got ourselves promoted from the National League North. And I was umming and ahhing at the end of the season whether to continue with them as champions or move on. And the decision was I moved on. So I did leave my post at Kidderminster, and we will jump in now when some jobs finally started actually coming up. So here we are at the 27th of October. There is a few jobs now available. I have applied to a couple. I'm not bothered with the Wolves job. I'm not going to get that at all. The Bala job I'm not really interested in, and obviously I didn't want to take a backward step and go back to the National North, so I've tried to stick it to League 1 and League 2 clubs, and we will see if we're actually lucky. But yeah, so thanks guys for coming back and checking out the channel. If you haven't already, go and hit the like and the subscribe button. It's absolutely massive for the channel, and it gives me a bit of a boost and helps other people find the episodes. So if you could go and do that, and that would be marvelous. So we were offered the Swindon job. I didn't really want to turn it down purely because I felt that we were sort of clutching at straws now, and not many teams were going to offer us a job. So I like the fact that our target for the end of the season was only fighting bravely against relegation, which it's easy enough. I think I've been playing Football Manager a long time now, and I think I can always survive relegation. Not being big-headed or anything, but yeah, I think I'm good enough to actually keep us out of the relegation fight. So nice way to start it in league football. So, little look at the club's infrastructure. So, they have got a few trophies to the name. They are currently 23rd in the Sky Bet League 2. The county ground holds 15,000. And average training, average youth. Below average youth facilities. So, it's not too bad. If you want to pause it there and read through the full club background, then by all means. So, as I said, they are 23rd after 18 games, only 13 points on the board, so I'm not surprised that the previous manager got the old sack. I think I should really be targeting us, let's say, mid-table. I think we're good enough for that. We're not too far out of it, but yeah, I'm going to go with mid-table. I think we can get. So, shall we have a little look at the schedule? So, yeah, you really can't blame them for getting rid. Look at all that red. They did get themselves the first back-to-back wins against Forest Green and Oldham. Actually, no, that's a lot. There is a back-to-back win, but obviously one's a league, one's a cup, so we won't count that one. So, well, let's have a little look at the squad. Now, judging by those ratings, they've got a half-decent squad by the star ratings. But the question is it depth? I don't think there's a lot of depth there at all. But we'll see how we get on. So, jumping into January, and results did start to pick up, but you can see that we are still in 23rd position. So even though results started to sort of pick up, it wasn't enough. But we've added 2 wins to the lot, and yeah, we got knocked out of the FA Cup by Accrington Stanley. Who were they? Knocked out of the Carabao Cup. And we are knocked out of the Leasing.com trophy, so we can just focus on the league. So yeah, that's how we've been getting on. So like I said, I added 2 wins in the league. I've got myself an FA Cup win and a Leasing trophy win, and a few draws and 4 defeats overall. So it's not. I think it's a slight improvement. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how we get on going forward for the rest of the season. Do need to sort of pick up and kick on now. They are the finances, so yeah, I've got no money to play with at all. We're overspending on the wage, nothing on the transfer budget, and we're 1.6 million in debt. So I am going to have to, what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and move a few players on from the development squad just to see if I can raise a bit of money for the coffers. And we did. So I managed to bring in £6 million. 5 million of it being Miguel Guaidó. I've probably butchered his name. If he's a real player, I've butchered his name. He's a talented little player. A couple of Premier League teams were after him, and I managed to talk Forest into 5 million. There is no sell-on clause, sadly, so I am stuck with just the money, which I'm not complaining about because it's a lot of money. Now, I also got rid of Hallam Hope, which I didn't want to get rid of him, but he wanted to go, and I managed to talk Luton up to 1 million. There's a couple of grand for salons and things like that, but nothing major. But yeah, I got rid of them. And what I done, I'd used that money and I brought in a few players. So Aidan Henderson joined, Will Mannion joined, and if you remember Will, I had him at Kidderminster Harriers last season, so I brought him in to Swindon as well to be my number 1. I also picked up Jay Fulton, who was coming up to the end of his contract, meaning Swansea had him on the transfer list for, I think they had him on the transfer list for about 50k, and I managed to pick him up for 41.5, and they are going to contribute £3,000 to his wages. We also brought Harry Chapman, who again was running out of contract, so they had him on the transfer list for next to nothing. I've managed to bring in Zach Clough for a loan deal, and then Tom Davis joined also centre back. So a little bit of business, and yeah, the main thing was getting that money in, though the club needed it to really kick on. Jumping forward, I know you guys should know by now that I do like jumping forward. I'm trying to keep this one as short as possible, purely because it was 3/4 of a season, not even that. Results really picked up. I have put them in reverse order, and I think I couldn't even fit them all on. But yeah, that's how we sort of. No, ignore me. I didn't put it in reverse order. It's actually the correct order. But yeah, results definitely picked up from January. Couple of draws, couple of wins, and then thrown in 3 defeats in the whole second half of the season. I told you the one thing I can do is I can keep a club up on this game, and we sat in 14th. Come the end of it, nice 60 points, and it was Morecambe Macclesfield that ended up getting relegated. So we didn't have any players stand out in the stats, so there's no one in the high rating players. But I don't care about that. The main thing was I've achieved another target. It would help my reputation. Swindon have put me through 2 coaching badges in my time here already, so they would have by the time I finish this one. So yeah, now I've come to the end of the season, I'm sort of like, do I stay? Do I go again? But no, I am going to stay. I am going to do a second season at Swindon, and it will be a total of 3 years so far. Obviously, I mentioned in the last episode about should I move on after I win any sort of title in the group. What I've sort of thought about is what I'm going to do. It's going to stay as winning the top division, but I'm also now going to sort of set myself a 5-year time limit. So I have to do it within the first 5 years of being in that group. If it's not, then I will move on to the next group. So I have played the next season, and I will get that episode up to you as soon as possible. I have sort of gone back to work now, so playing Football Manager has sort of had to reduce a little bit. Well, quite a bit to be fair, because of going back. I'm going to try and keep the episode out to try at least do once a week. So, yeah. And I am sort of in the idea of I might do a live stream. I'm probably thinking maybe Friday nights. Probably just like a 40-minute episode or something. Probably do 2-3 games. Depending on how the computer runs. But I'll aim to try and do 2 games as a minimum. And it'll just be a let's play. You guys will be with me for every step of the way. I'm not going to do any sort of deviating and playing games and skipping ahead. The only thing I'll skip ahead is the days, and we'll do that. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for checking it out. Do follow the link to my Twitter in the description, and go and check out all the other content creators that I am following. There's some great guys out there doing some wonderful bits, and there's a few comedians among the bunch as well. So yeah, guys, thank you very much. I'll see you all later. Bye bye.